Greetings, fellow traders. Bowen here. It's time for the lunchtime market update for Friday, February the 12th, 2021. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we're at the market here today. So SPX, about 4 points here today, still green on the monthly chart. Weekly chart, last day of the week, kind of choppy here off of last week's nice big green candle, but not super surprising, right? We saw this here with a pause, and then we started to work our way up. So daily chart, right? Double inside day so far, heading into a 3-day weekend. So let's see what kind of shenanigans they have in store for the end of the day today. But a double inside breakout right here could be interesting for more upside on the subwave 1. A breakdown under the ADMA could start the wave 2 down, possibly down to the 618 here, which is the open gap below. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at. I gotta pull this. Sorry, someone just DM'd me in the group here. I gotta pull this up here. So we'll talk about this one in a second. So let's take a look at SPY and see what kind of volume's going in here. So volume again, really low volume here on the SPY, unless we see a big flush. Is the only reason I can see like any real volume coming in here. Let's take a look at the S&P futures. Again, S&P futures have been a little bit choppy, but they have given us some good points, right, over our levels, right? So our overnight high, right, that was good for 4 points right there. So that was a good move here today. Again, a couple other levels right here were good for a couple other moves. So maybe like 6, 7, 8 point day. But again, it was all about the geometric level right here too, right? So that gave a nice leading move into that area, right? So that was great going into today. And other than that, it was just a perfect level here for today. So good stuff there. Let's take a look at the MES. Again, MES here with a breakout here out of the triangle, right? That was a key area. We're still holding above it, right? So as long as we stay above it, right, that could be constructive here for the market. Let's take a look at the Qs. Qs back above its triangle here too, so that's a good thing overall too if tech can hang in there, but it's really choppy today. IWM still holding on to that geometric line, so that's a good thing. And as stimulus starts to get past here today, that was kind of the big news here today. And the XLF hanging in here, hopefully a bull flag on it, but it was very strong at the open, right? So that was good there for the banks. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, again, from yesterday, again, we had a nice short opportunity yesterday. A potential bull flag going to the open, but it really just basically was turned into a channel, and it gave a couple short opportunities there on Apple. And a little bit of a bounce here, and we'll see how that goes here into the rest of the day. Tesla! So Tesla gave us a short opportunity here today. We pointed this out in the live stream this morning. I mean, it was really pretty choppy at the open, but some more stuff kind of set up a little bit later, which we'll show you. But I like the volume on this candle here below that closing gap area, and then a nice pause right here for a nice move down. That ended up being good for about 2 points on the options. That we pointed out in the live stream here today, so for a little bit of Friday fun. So good stuff there. Another one that we pointed out in the group today was AMD. Nice breakout here today, so for a quick Friday fun move, right? Once we cleared these levels right here, we got a good momentum move up here on AMD, so that was nice. So that was a good one. The other one we pointed out here was Boeing in the Discord. Boeing was a nice drop here, right? Oh, it's still going here too. So yeah, we pointed this out a little bit earlier. Just a beautiful move down to target. We like how we lost the 15 warp high with increasing volume, right? And it pulled back to these levels right here, but a very nice move there on Boeing. And then last one here, so I just got DM'd on this one, so I had to say, there it is. All right, so NVIDIA. Big flush down there on NVIDIA, having some issues with QCOM. But the cool thing about this one is in our group, if you guys are in our Discord, we have a proprietary option flow channel, right, where we created it, and we have our own specifications on it. And this hit our Flaming Flow channel yesterday for puts, and members actually swung this overnight. I got a nice gap down here today, so that was great. And still seeing some weak action right here. In fact, let me take a look at this here in a second. One sec. All right, so it ended up bouncing off of a couple support levels right here. So just checking this one out here to see if it was really setting up for anything really good. So anyway, nice bounce off of those levels right here, but a quick down move there on NVIDIA. So good stuff there, and a good find in the group. That's the fun part about being in our group is because I can't see everything, right? So we got folks that understand our methods and what we look for. We're able to find some good volume moves, right? We can really help each other out. It's great teamwork. So anyway, good stuff there. Let's take a look at PLTR. We got a couple chart requests out there. So PLTR, guys, be careful holding this one through the weekend. We have earnings coming up. Again, it's been following this this symmetrical line down, which I've been talking about. I've generally been pretty bearish on this one since it started this A move down. I was looking for the symmetry off of this wave B. It chopped for a little bit. Once we got into the ADMA, it started to get kind of interesting here on PLTR. DKNG, let's take a look. DKNG with an inside day here so far. It did give a nice spike to the upside here as it tries to work its way back up to the top of the triangle. So it's kind of a grinder today. We pointed out with some relative strength today, but just kind of doing its thing there today. Chewy. So Buddy was having a good Friday today. So nice geometric breakout here today, guys, on Chewy. Really incredible stuff. I'd say this is one worth keeping on the radar. You know, every now and again, this thing will give a great move. And great volume just came in right here. You could tell Buddy was trading. Then he looks like he took profit on that one there today. So good stuff there. But a nice breakout there finally out of these geometric lines here on Chewy on the daily chart. So good find on that one, guys. Other than that, we've got INO. Let's take a look. So INO, yeah, so got a big gap up here today. Not quite what I was looking for. We do have the big volume, right? So it did give a nice little bit of a push here at the open. This is tough, right? So we're looking for a breakout of this candle. So if you scroll back and you look and see how Chewy did, right? That's what we're looking for those type of moves, right? So, but it did give a good gap up here, but it may actually pull back now to that the mid of that range. So just a little bit of caution there off. I guess it got a nice spike here this morning on possibly some news. Again, that's the tricky stuff with those biotech names. Pltr, again, stay-at-home names were generally pretty weak this morning, but got a little bit of follow-through on this one here today. So definitely one to keep an eye on here going in the next couple days. I love how it's holding the 50-day moving average and the daily cloud. SPCE, this is one too that a lot of folks have been asking about as well. Again, they were supposed to have a flight this weekend and they canceled it. So we talked about in the bubble report the potential for a dip buy on this one. It looks like they did a little bit of a dip buy action today. And I got a lot of requests on QS today. So this thing's been pretty epic. There's a huge amount of call activity on this week's 55 calls. It actually popped up in our option flow channel as well. So it looked pretty good. I mean, you know, it got tight here to the ADMA and then moved, tight to the ADMA and moved. Tricky name right here, but the volume is declining here on the intraday chart, but it did get that nice upgrade here today from Morgan Stanley to give it a gap up here. So again, a little bit of a squeeze action here this morning right at the open, and then kind of did its thing after it pulled back there. So definitely one to keep an eye on right here. You know, if it stays strong here, it might work its way up to the 50-day moving average. So one to keep an eye on as well. So good stuff, guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the market wrap. And until then, stay healthy out there. And remember your risk first and stay safe so you stay in the game.